Hi, everybody. Robbie Roberts. Okay, we have gone through the first step. That is pulling down the service from Planning Center. So we're going to go into the EOM file cabinet for scripts and moments. And so we've pulled in this particular document, which was a PDF. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rename this. And so I'm going to go ahead and right click there, go down to rename. And we're just going to put on here Planning Center. That way we know what document is what, and there's no reason to have that 2 there. So I'm going to move that over. So Planning Center, February 12th, 13th. Okay, that looks good. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to open this document up, and we'll have the option at the top of the page to open it up with Google Docs. That's what we want to do. So that's going to take a second to go ahead and open up in Google Docs. And what we want to do is we want to make certain that we are changing everything, reformatting it so that it works. And there's a couple of steps that we're going to go through here. First thing is all of this other information down here at the bottom, everything from the postlude down, we don't need that. So we're just going to go ahead and select it all and delete it. The length in minutes we don't need. So we're going to select that and we're going to delete it. We're going to move everything over just to give us a little bit more room on the page. That'll take a second or two. And while we do that, there's a couple of other things that I'm going to note that we're going to start doing. First of all, when we have a baptism, we're going to keep that information here now so that we know the service lead and the global host knows who is being baptized, and that can be included in our notes to folks. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to get all of this information on each on its own line. So we're going to move the music, and we're going to get rid of the octave and tenor, soprano information, all the items that are in the brackets. We don't need that. We'll do the same thing here. And then we'll move that information up. Don't need to have the actual scripture verse. That will come up on screen. And you notice how I'm making certain that we'll only have one space between each line. That's important as well. And we'll be dropping in the scripts and moments here in just a little bit. Let me get rid of all that information from the brackets. There we go. And then make sure there's a space there. The last one here, Hillsong. Okay. Great. Okay, now we've done all that, and I'm going to try to put the baptism information on the same line as well so that that information is highlighted there. I think I'm even going to italicize that. Not that it's a critical issue, just try to highlight it. Now, up here where it says Central Valley, that really needs to say scripts and moments. All right. And then underneath that, we're going to change the formatting here. That's awfully big. We'll go ahead and make that 12 font. And we're going to say a dreadful thing. Oh, we don't need to have that highlighted or underlined. Or bolded, I mean. Hebrews 10, 26 through 39. And then we've got the date underneath that. All of this, you can see the formatting is just kind of a mess, so we just get rid of all that. All right, now, the other thing that I'm going to do, that's a little big, 28. We're going to go ahead and make that 24. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and make that bold. And italicized. And then there's the date. Now we're good to go. That's what we do in order to prepare the document. But there's one more thing that we want to do is we want to change the name. And up here in the left, just next to the Google Docs document, you see this text box, and we're going to call this Scripts and Moments. Remember, this was the document that we renamed Planning Center. Now we're going to rename it Scripts and Moments. There we go. So now this particular document is ready to enter information, which will be the next step.